To be blessed is to be worthy of the realm. I don't think I can say that emphatically enough over the next 2 months. To be blessed is to be worthy of the realm. At least this was very true in first century. Because guess who did the blessing? Caesar. And this is something that we absolutely need to hold together as we study and learn the Beatitudes. So over the next 2 months, we'll just be diving in one after another. So we need to get on the same page about a few things. So let me just say right out of the gate, these 9 blessings are incredibly powerful, and they still matter to us 2,000 years later. They are meant to counter the socio-political order of the day. They are meant to fly in the face of what people thought about Rome. Jesus is offering a blessing when there should only be one person offering blessings, Caesar. Jesus is ushering in a new kingdom when there is only one kingdom, and that is Caesar's. Jesus is living in a terribly oppressive time for people who are outside of political power. Rome is always in charge. Everybody bows to the boot for everything that you need of Rome. Your access to money, healthcare, worship, public services, and entertainment. It all funnels and channels through Rome. On top of that, Rome has made best friends with some of the religious power brokers of Judea. So the priests of Judea control your blessedness to God. Rome controls your blessedness to Caesar. Caesar is responsible for bestowing decision-making powers to those that Caesar deems worthy of Caesar's realm. You need to hold that. And those who aren't a part of what Caesar is building, well, he doesn't care about them. They're collateral damage. They're peons to the greater good. It's in that context that Jesus stands at the Mount of Beatitudes and declares, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." This Sermon on the Mount is opened with a new kingdom, not of this world, but one coming from beyond this world. A kingdom of heaven, and it's coming to earth. Let me just say, in terms of starting a sermon, this would be considered a strong opener. This heavenly realm is coming, but it's not fully here yet. It is going to be 1,000,000,000 times better than what Caesar is building on earth. And God's bringing to earth that which is already in heaven. And it's coming through Christ. It's even more lush, more fabulous, and it's similar in what Caesar is building. The worthy get to experience it just like with Rome and Caesar, but the difference is Jesus reauthors who's worthy. We're all worthy. Now, in the first century, there's only supposed to be one kingdom. I can't say that emphatically enough, and it is Caesar's. There's only supposed to be one Lord, Caesar. There's only supposed to be one person who offers blessings, Caesar. So for Jesus to arrive on the scene and out of nowhere say, "Blessed are the poor in spirit. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven." That's an enormous statement. And there is so much in this opening line. I mean, according to Jesus, there is now a second kingdom when there only should be one. And this new kingdom has nothing to do with Caesar. It is God's. And there is a Lord in this kingdom, but it's not Caesar. It's the Lord of Lords, who happens to be Jesus. And Jesus is given the power to bestow blessings, not Caesar. I mean, do you feel the tension between the two? I mean, it's ripe. And we need to know that Jesus is even using a code word here, and it's kind of awesome. Blessed. The religious leaders were blessed by Rome. Centurions are blessed to have their post. Caesar offers and bestows blessings and decision-making powers to anyone that Caesar deems worthy of the realm. So, to be blessed is to be worthy of that realm. So here's Jesus using the same language as Caesar. Is that intentional? Absolutely. Now, Caesar would use the word blessed to vilify and to segregate and move people into groups. Jesus uses it to be inclusive, to offer love, to welcome the stranger, especially anyone who finds themselves on the margins. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. I mean, Jesus is speaking to the rejected and broken, the unworthy and unnamed, and saying, blessed are you who are poor in spirit, for yours is the kingdom that comes from God. I mean, I can't love this more. I mean, think about the single mother whose kids have been rejected by society or just overlooked. She's sitting on the grass, rocking her twin girls, feeling like their future isn't going to matter any more than her past has. Think about what she hears Jesus say. Blessed are you, single mom, who's poor in spirit, who's been broken by society and culture and religion. Blessed are you, for you might not have a name that matters to anyone on earth, but your name matters to God. This kingdom is coming from heaven, and it's for you. You have a place with God. Think about the senior adult who hears Jesus' words on the mountainside. He has such little time left in the world. His memories are more full of regret, sorrow, and despair than they are of love. He's been imprisoned in a culture his whole life that doesn't give him much wiggle room. He has no money, no prestige, no power. He's at the bottom of the social ladder, and he has been forever. Think about what he hears Jesus say. Blessed are you, sir, who's poor in spirit, who's been broken by society and culture and religion. Blessed are you, for you might not have a name that matters in this earthly realm, but you do in God's. The kingdom of heaven is yours. You have a place with God. I mean, think about what Jesus is saying and doing here. It's powerful. And think about what this could mean for us today. The kingdom of heaven, it includes the haves and the have-nots. It's not that the rich and the popular can't also enter the kingdom of heaven, but the kingdom is identifiably for the misfits that are on the margins, for the poor in spirit. Which really brings up a final point that I want all of us to hear and to hold as we go through all of these Beatitudes. The Beatitudes are not meant to be imperative statements. Jesus isn't calling us to be more mournful than we were yesterday. We're not supposed to be poorer than we were the day before or meeker than we were. These are not goal-oriented statements. The Beatitudes are declarative statements. If you feel like you are thirsting for righteousness and not getting anywhere, if you feel like you're being persecuted by people who are lording over you, if you feel poor in spirit, if you are someone who is constantly striving to make peace, rest assured, you have a place in God's new realm. This new kingdom is coming for you. And Jesus, I think, still says the same to you and me. I think Jesus looks out at all of humanity and declares, any one of you who carries pain, blessed are you. Any one of you who feels broken, blessed are you. Now, you won't think that you matter, but you do in God's realm. And so you may have drugged yourself here this morning, not feeling like you do matter. If this is you, then you are who Jesus blesses in Matthew 5. You're the one whom he's saying to, you aren't too small to be noticed in God's realm. You're not too broken to have a place in God's good future. And when it comes, you'll be among the blessed. When it comes, you will have enough. When it comes, you will be welcomed just as you are. I think it's in these simple and profound lines in Matthew 5 that we see clearly what our role should be as a church. We're to invite the world into this second realm, not using our resources to build up the first kingdom. The first kingdom is going to pass away. I hate to burst Caesar's bubble. He didn't last. The second kingdom will. The second kingdom will come to earth as it is in heaven. And we work for that Lord and that kingdom, inviting others into it too. And I think that's with these simple and profound lines, we see clearly what having faith looks like. Faith is believing even though we may not be blessed by Caesar. We are by God. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.